My wife told me she was a lesbian 3 years after we got married, and honestly, for a few seconds, I genuinely thought I'd heard her wrong. Her name was Hannah, and before anyone jumps to conclusions, no, she wasn't cheating. No secret girlfriend, no double life, at least not the kind I imagined. We met in college, started dating at 20, got married at 26, and honestly, I thought we were happy. Not perfect, just normal. The kind of marriage that felt real. Brew. Then somewhere during our 3rd year together, something changed. Not all at once, just little things. Hannah stopped reaching for my hand, started spending more time alone, seemed distant, and every time I asked if something was wrong, she'd smile and say she was tired. At first, I believed her. Then I started wondering if there was someone else, because honestly, when the person you love starts pulling away, your brain creates explanations, most of them terrible. Then one night I finally asked, "Are you in love with somebody else?" Silence. Real silence. Then Hannah started crying. Bro. And honestly, that scared me more than any answer, because she looked relieved, like she'd been carrying something heavy for years. Then she whispered, "No." Pause. Then, "I think I've been lying to myself." My stomach dropped, because suddenly I knew whatever came next was going to change everything. Then Hannah told me the truth. She'd spent years trying to ignore something she didn't understand. Years hoping it would go away. Years convincing herself she was wrong. Then she looked at me and quietly said, "I think I'm a lesbian." Silence. Because honestly, I didn't know what to do with that sentence. Then, old memories started replaying in my head. The way she'd always get emotional during stories about women falling in love. The way she'd avoid conversations about attraction. The things I'd noticed, but never really noticed. Bruh. Then Hannah admitted something that genuinely broke me. She almost told me before our wedding, twice, but every time she convinced herself she was overthinking, because she loved me. Not the way a wife should, but enough to desperately want the marriage to work. Then she said something I'll never forget. I kept hoping I could become the person I thought I was supposed to be. Brew. The next few months were awful. A lot of conversations, a lot of tears. Eventually, we got divorced. Not because we hated each other, because neither of us deserved a life built on pretending. Years later, Hannah invited me to her wedding, to a woman named Claire. And honestly, I almost didn't go. Then I did. After the ceremony, she hugged me and quietly said, "Thank you." I asked for what. She smiled through tears, then said, "For loving me when neither of us understood who I was." And honestly, for years I thought my marriage ended because I wasn't enough. It took me a long time to understand the truth. The problem was never me. The problem was that Hannah spent years trying to become someone she wasn't, and that's a battle nobody wins.